So, we're doing something weird here today. We're making a Pathfinder character. Stay with me. I would like to prove that you cannot accidentally make a bad Pathfinder character. And to prove this, we are going to build our character completely randomly. Why does it look like that? We are going to build our character completely randomly to show that they will still be a useful character. The entire ABCs of character creation, top to bottom, all randomized. Every boost randomly assigned. Every feat randomly taken. Everything completely random to show that it will still be a perfectly playable character. Obviously, our character sheet, you start with 10, I guess not 10 anymore, you start with a 0 in everything. Let's start with Ancestry. We're gonna go with just Player Core 1 content. Just to keep this nice and simple. We're not gonna have 50 different classes on every single wheel, especially with backgrounds. Oh my gods, that would be insane. So, let's get this started. Our starting character is... Yo, someone in chat just said, come on, Leshy. Holy. All right, we got a Leshy player character. So we are gonna go over to our character sheet and throw down Leshy. Hey, just jumping in real quick in the middle of the video to say, if you're enjoying yourself, it would mean the world to me if you would leave a like. And if you're watching this video right when it came out, I'm actually live right now over on twitch.tv/knownat1s, possibly even making another video like this one. So if you want to be part of it and just enjoy the stream, I'd love to see you over there. It's a ton of fun. If not, no worries at all. Enjoy the rest of the video. Leshies get 8 starting hit points. Leshies get small size, 25 speed. Boost to Con, Wisdom, Flaw to Intelligence. Con 1, Wisdom 1, Flaw to Intelligence. And, because we gotta do it random, our free boost from being a Leshy will be randomized. Baba Booey! What do we got? Boost to Dexterity. Okay, we got a little bit of a dexterous planto. Next up, we pick our heritage. I'm not spinning on screen, you're right. I cheated, we're gonna re-roll it. It did land on Leaf, but I'm gonna re-roll it because you deserve to see the spin. Thank you. Yeah, this was gonna be awesome if it was the same result. I guess we're going Lotus Leshy. Okay. You can walk on the surface of still water and other non-damaging liquids, moving at half your normal speed. You can also attempt to balance to move across the surface of flowing water. Okay. We get low light vision, plant nourishment. My headphones just died. Walk on water, balance on moving water. That is all of, oh, we have to pick our ancestry feat first as well. Boom. Gotta do alphabets by background. It'll be tough. It'll be really tough. Shadow of the Wilds. I don't know what this feat does. Auto cover tracks in non-urban. Cool. It's time for background. How many backgrounds are in base PF2? How many backgrounds are there? All right. We're gonna take Diva's idea. And we're gonna go A, B, C, D, E, F, Z. Baba Booey! Our background is going to start with... Is there a Y background? There might not be a Y background. In fact, there's nothing past W, so let me delete those. Go again! There might... Whoa! That's a warrior! We got a warrior! Hold up. Because that's the only W background. Warrior. So, we have to start with strength, constitution, spin it, strength. All right, we're officially going pretty wide in our stat spread. We cannot get... no, we can still technically get an 8 plus 4 on something. We'll see. The next one has to be anything but strength for our free boost. Charisma. Okay. We are officially very wide stat spread. This is our current spread. We're making a really good jack of all trades here, honestly. If we end up making like a rogue, the -1 intelligence would suck a little bit, but rogue might not be bad here just as a skill junkie. This will be interesting. We are going to get intimidation and warfare lore and intimidating glare. Cleric goes insane. I'm gonna say it, you cannot make a bad cleric because you get free heal spells based on just flat font. Cleric is insane. Bard, cleric, druid, fighter, ranger, rogue, witch, and wizard. What is our Leshy? Ooh, wait a second. Okay. Interesting. So because we're a ranger, we have to choose between strength and dex as our key ability score. Ooh, we're a strength-based Leshy ranger. Weird. Oh, I'm loving this. This is really fun, actually. A strength-based Leshy ranger, and we get 4 more ability boosts. Each time we spin one, we'll remove it from the wheel. First is going to dexterity. Not too bad. Congratulations. Remove. The next buff. Can we get a strength? Can we get a strength? Nope, not strength. But con. Con's really good still. This is... All right, 2 more. 2 more. It's intelligence. That is a 0 to intelligence. And our final spin. Charisma. Charisma. What a shockingly even spread of stats this is. This is I've never seen a stat spread like this. Their attacks are gonna be lower. That's like 100%. Their attack rolls are gonna be lower. Useless? Absolutely not. Look at this, chat. Look at this technically awful stat spread. You know what that means? -2 to hit. Cool. If you're a min-maxer, that feels like the universe to you. In reality, it's only going to affect 10% of your die rolls. Subclass time, yes. Are we doing precision, flurry, or are we doing outwit? I thought every +1 matters a lot. That's because people who min-max want you to feel like every +1 is life or death on your character. Guess what? 90% of the time, that +1 doesn't matter. 95% of the time, that +1 doesn't matter. I don't know. People put way too much weight on a +1 for my tastes. I'm a roleplay character. I'm a roleplay player. It's not a board game. You know? It's not a min-maxed board game. I think it's sick that this Leshy is strong, dexterous, has good constitution, and is charismatic. Having all 4 of those at +2, that's sick as hell to me. What subclass we got? This would actually go crazy on an outwit. Ooh! Oh, this is a fascinating little guy now. This is a fascinating little guy. Okay, okay. Outwit Ranger. Outwit Edge, which is +1 to AC versus Prey. +2 to Deceive, Intimidate, and Stealth, and Recall Knowledge. Next, we need to roll for skills. Okay, hold up. We need to get all of our skill stuff done here. As a ranger, expert in perception, reflex, and fortitude, trained in light and medium armor, trained in unarmed, simple, and martial weapons. So we have a 15 class DC, which is low, don't get me wrong. Nature, survival, and 4 more skills, which are, of course, going to be randomly chosen. Show the wheel. Fuck, I didn't show the wheel. Damn it. All right, then it doesn't count. We're re-rolling. Yo, is that deception? Yo, wait, deception's huge. Deception's massive for outwit. Let's go. 3 more. This is really fun, actually. This is really fun. Acro? Acro, not useless. Acro, not bad at all. We got that +2 dex. 2 more. Oh, stealth would be great. Thievery, less good, but not useless. We can still pick locks. Last roll. I want to do a whole campaign of people who made their characters like this. That'd be so fun. Let's go! Huge! So, let's finish these off. We've got Dex 2, Prof 3, plus 5 acro. Not a bad thing of skills, honestly. Ooh. Stealth Archer could be fun. Maybe with a composite bow for the +1 damage? That's not a bad idea. But, before we even start thinking about gear, chat, we need our level 1 class feat. Obviously, this is where things could go really, really bad, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, is there a bad level 1 ranger feat? Rangers have some of the best level 1 feats in the game. I think all of these are good. Actually, wait, I think all of these feats are good. Especially with our stat spread, there's not a bad one here. There's not a bad feat here because we're evenly spread. Imagine if we had like a 4 strength and we rolled hunted shot or crossbow ace. But there's not a bad choice here because we're evenly spread. Okay, wait, hunted shot with like a composite short bow? We might be cooking, chat. We might be cooking here. Animal companion would have been pretty cracked, but we got hunted shot. 1 action, shoot twice. Combine the damage. I will say, we're not gonna pick weapons and armor randomly, because then you would have a worthless character. Imagine if we rolled like a great axe with hunted shot. That just wouldn't make any sense. Armor, I will say, I'm not a big fan of how armor's done in Pathfinder. Armor makes everybody feel the same, in my opinion, because of how the math is done. It's tight math, it keeps everybody on par, but it makes it so no matter what your strength or dex is, you're just gonna have the same armor class. So we probably want hide armor here. So hide armor gives us dex of 2, proficiency of 3, item of 3. We still got an 18 armor class on this guy. With a stat spread of 2 strength, 2 dex, we still managed the 18 armor class. This is what I'm saying when I say you can't make a bad character in Pathfinder. This stat spread is so unoptimized. We have the same armor class as anyone else would. Composite short. Do we want to do short bow or longbow? Probably, we have decent armor. We're not that scared of being close or far. Longbow is more damage. Shortbow is more versatile. I think for Alessia, I just like the visual of a shortbow. Dex 2, proficiency 3, plus 5 to hit. Damage of 1d6 plus 1. Price-wise, composite shortbow is 14 gold. Ooh, I didn't realize how expensive composite. So we'll start with a normal shortbow and we'll upgrade to composite during the campaign. I always forget that things cost money in this economy, and that I'm not Jeff Bezos, I guess. The nice thing, again, about the even stat spread, our melee weapon is going to be just as good as our range. We could go with a shield, although it is circumstance, so we don't care about shield. Shields would not help us that much. It would technically be like a little bit better, but it'd only be a +1 from raising shield. So we don't care too much about that. Go with like a great sword, maybe a scythe. A scythe would be sick. Glaives are really good because they got the reach. But if we have a short bow, we don't need reach. If they're in melee with us, we want to use our weapon. Screw it. I love the idea of a Leshy with a scythe. I think that's sick. The trip doesn't do as much because we're not trained in athletics, but that's fine. Honestly, not a bad one either. Look at these skill bonuses. +5, +4, +5, +4, +3, +5, +2, +5, +2, +5. For a ranger, that's an amazing skill spread. The only thing you could yell at this character for being bad at is being -2 to hit compared to a min-max ranger. And you know what's cool? We may be -2 to hit, but we're just as good in melee as we are in ranged. That's really neat. Like, yeah, -2 damage. Oh no. Hell yeah. There you go. It's as simple as that. There's the free wheel that I used online. If you're curious of also making a character in the same way, because this was honestly really, really fun, you can use it right here. It's just wheelofnames.com. You just type everything in and you spin. That's really, really cool. Highly recommend doing it at home. I'm almost tempted to do it again. I'm almost tempted to run another one, but I think I'm good for now. That was really, really cool.